what can you actually tell us about season 2? Because a lot of people are still kind of cagey about it.
I don't know about cagey. The way that we look at it is that, first of all, we're on April 4th on Freeform. That it's a special 2-hour premiere, and just so everyone's clear, that's 2 episodes that are back-to-back, as opposed to the show didn't suddenly become 2 hours, as much as I would love that. But it really is, if the first season was about these two people meeting, learning about who they are with each other, and discovering their abilities, and then ending on that question, which is, okay, now we are who we are. Can we do the job? Can we be heroes in the Marvel Universe? And when you start season 2, the answer is unequivocally yes. We're going to do this. We're going to take this on. We recognize that may wreak havoc on our personal lives, but Cloak and Dagger have always been, when you go back to even the earliest of comics, is they're not really characters that were created to stop bank robbers or 50-foot monsters that are going to crush the city or aliens that are coming through a hole in outer space. They really were there to help people who couldn't help themselves. And in many ways, they were there to help each other. And that's what sort of makes the show, I think, ring true and feel authentic, and I think that's why our fan base is as passionate as it is, because they legitimately care about Ty and Tandy and what they're going to do this season, and the excitement and the adventure and the danger that they're going to follow. And you would hope that they would have, I think maybe mentor's too strong a word, but at least an advisor, someone who at least understands how the system works. And in many ways, that's what they had in Bridget O'Reilly. And then someone threw her in the swamp. So this season, their lives are going to be complicated by something that we might as well just sort of refer to as mayhemic, and so they may be setting out to do something that is really good and really smart and solve a problem, and then get hit sideways by the most unexpected person in their lives. So I think that's just a taste of what's to come. And also, if there were any outstanding questions from season 1, they'll be answered. I'm not saying that there's new questions aren't going to then arise from it. That's what makes Marvel Marvel. I don't believe in ending a story with the end. I believe in ending a story with to be continued.
With your job, overseeing all the different shows, and you actually go on set
as often as I can. This is what makes Marvel Television different from other television studios. Every show has a more than an executive, a producer, who is partnered with the showrunner, and so we're in casting, we're in editing, we go to the writer's room and hear the stories. We go to set. There's someone always on set all the time, and that person's role is to make sure that the show stays the course, and that's always not easy. New Orleans is an amazing city. It also has some of the most unpredictable weather that you could possibly imagine. And if you've ever made any kind of television series and had planned on a beautiful, bright, sunny day, not a hurricane, it makes your life different. And that's just one of the many, many, many challenges that that this show has conquered really well. You don't see it because the show just looks and feels as it is. But when you're behind the camera, you go, "Oh, that was that night." Oh, that's what then happened.
We have so many Marvel television shows on different networks, are there challenges with keeping some continuity to the universe together while allowing each of those shows to tell their own story in their own way?
The continuity that's important to us is that the heroes feel authentic, that the world feels real, and that in some way they're aspirational. So that, look, this is a hard time for a lot of people. And whether it's socially or economically or racially or any of those issues that are touching our lives, and that we're being assaulted by, on a 24/7 news cycle all the time. And so to be able to sit and watch something that gives you a sense of hope is really our end goal. And not hope in the sense that we hope that this outside person is going to come and save us, but much more so that two teenagers who decide that they're going to make the personal sacrifice of their own lives in order to make other people's lives better, so that the end result of which is, and the message that we're not so subtly giving you, is that anyone can be a hero. And that they are around us all the time. And whether it is that they're nurses or doctors or teachers or parents or yourself, it's as long as you stand up when everyone else is told to sit down, then you're the hero in the story. And if that's what watching a Marvel television show brings to you, if that's the feeling that you get out of all of it, then good on us. But more importantly, good on you for watching us and watching us across those different platforms, so that you get that same kind of Marvel feeling. It's not a bad thing. It's why we're all kind of here. So.
Last questions. So with last season, we got some mystical elements of possibly like destinies unfolding. Was there thoughts of bringing more magical characters like Brother Voodoo?
I think there'll be some surprises. There won't be Brother Voodoo. Let's just establish that. But there are certainly some, as Joe likes to say, there's some Easter eggs along the way that even I don't know about. But it's okay. I like to let him say things like that. Look, we've never been a place that's an Easter egg farm. We don't ever want to feel like when you're watching the show that you sort of left something there. But by the same token, we all come from the comics. We all come from the same source. So if there's a way that we can bring that in there so that our geek fans can geek out, awesome. But we also never want the show to feel like I'm so inside I can't even feel like I can go outside. We want this to be a show where you just care about Ty and Tandy and their adventures. And the good news is that Olivia and Aubrey make that really inviting. And so I don't know what else you're doing on April 4th other than watching Marvel's Cloak and Dagger. A 2-hour premiere that's not actually 2 hours.
Thanks, everyone.